Okay. Hello?
Mm. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, the camera has just disconnect and
Okay.
now it's okay.
Okay.
Yes, last weekend I had a trip to Ho Chi Minh City, and
Okay.
yes, with my friend, and that picture is what I took in Ho Chi Minh City in
Ah.
that trip.
Oh, okay. Because I can see that you are wearing a mini dress and
Yes.
you look Korean in that. Yes, yes. So how are you? It seems like that you are so busy because yesterday you told me that you will not attend the class. So what did you do, Lan?
Yes, I had a meeting with my colleagues in the previous company. Yes,
Okay.
the previous second company.
Okay.
Uh, yes, and one of my old colleagues. One of my old colleagues will have we will marry this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the meeting yesterday is for him to invite us to his married party, or how to say it? Uh, yes, to his party. Um,
What do
uh,
you mean party? Bridal party like that?
huh?
What did you say? Sorry. A party
Uh,
like
I mean that one of my colleagues will marry uh,
ah.
this weekend, and
Okay.
yes, um, and he hold a party this weekend, and yesterday he invite he met us for inviting us to his party, to
Oh, so
his
he is a boy.
yes,
Ah, okay.
yes, a male colleague.
A male colleague. I thought that it was a female colleague, so I will tell you that it was a bridal party. But since you're a male colleague, so maybe it's a groom party. Yeah, so
Yes.
something like that. Yes. Yes, the before. Okay, so what did you do? Have you drink or something like that, Lan?
Uh, yeah, just I have just looked up for the word. My colleagues will have a wedding this weekend.
Okay.
Yes, and he invited us to his wedding, and yes, then just we just eating at a restaurant. That's it.
Ah,
Yes, because it is on weekdays, and we have to go to work the day after. I mean,
okay.
yeah, today
Okay.
we have to go to work, so we have just we just eating at a restaurant yesterday.
Okay, so you can't drink because you still have class. You still have a work the day after. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
yes.
Okay, yes, Lan. And then how about so you have a lot of time like going out and have fun with your friends. So how about your new colleagues? So how do you feel?
Uh, I think they are friendly, but we still don't have any group activity. I mean that um, beside working with each other, we still don't have any other activity like eating, meeting, or going out for picnic, any of that. So that we are not so close this time. And
Okay.
yes, and it's also because I'm the newcomer, so we are not so close at this time.
Okay, I see. Okay, okay. So, well, since it's not how many days are you working already in your new company?
Just more than a week.
Ah, okay. So I think after a month, you're going to like you're like acting like you are old friends like that. It's normal since you are in a new company. At the same time, you will feel like nervous because you have a new colleague, you are in a new environment like that. So at the same time, new friends, new beginning again, Lan. So that is normal. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Yes. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, Lan, let's go on to our discussion now.
okay,
Okay. So, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. In our discussion now, Lan, we are going to continue about this one, buyer, seller, and the market. Do you still remember it?
yes,
A bit. A bit. It's okay. I'm going to review it to you. Okay. So we talk about buyer, seller, and the market. And I've told you before that seller, retailers, dealers, vendors are providing goods and services to buyers, customer, clients, and consumers. And those are buyers, clients, customers, and consumer are going to provide or going to exchange with money, just like you are going to buy some goods and or you are going to buy some services. And I told you before, Lan, that here in the Philippines, because of the pandemic here in the Philippines, that what we have the barter. Do you still remember what's barter is?
yes. Barter
Yeah.
is exchange goods with goods instead of money.
Yes, it's like for example, you are going to like exchanging things, not buying things. So it's more like very easy in a situation now, because in the situation now, especially here in the Philippines land, most of the people here in the Philippines doesn't have a work. So it's very useful that we have the barter, that you are going to exchange, like you are going to exchange your table in a grocery like that. So it's it's very nice. Okay, and we have this. Okay. Okay. Buyer, seller, and the market new words. Okay, I just want to review it for you, Lan. Okay, so customer is a person who buys good or service. Customer base is people who buy or use particular product or service. Client is a customer or someone who receives services. Don't forget about this one. Client base as clientele, all the customer of a business when they are considered as a group. User or end user is someone who uses a product, machine, or service. This is only a review line. And consumer is a person who buys good or services to their own use. So this is the customer and client. So let's talk about now the buyer and the seller. Okay. The buyer is someone who buys something expensive such as a house. Purchaser is the person who buy something. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. And in the market, let's talk about now in the market. In the market, we have a place where something is sold. Free market is an economic system with only amount of government control in which prices and earning are decided by the level of demand. And in market economy, an economic system in which goods and services are made, sold, and shared, and prices set by balance of supply and demand. Okay, so in market we have the four types of market. We have the market forces pressure. It's the way a market economy makes seller produce what people want at prices they are willing to pay. Okay, Lan? And we
okay,
have also the marketplace. The marketplace, Lan, okay, that's only a review. A producer and buyer in a particular market economy and the way they behave. We have also the market prices. The market prices is um and the prices that people are willing to pay rather than ones fixed by a government. And in market reforms, we have the changes a government makes to an economy so that it becomes more like a market economy. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So now it's your turn. It's your turn. Can you please tell me which one of this one? Can you please explain it to me the way I explained it earlier and the way I review this to Yolan?
Uh, okay. Um, the oval yeah, on the left. They are
Okay, you don't need to say the left. You can start with the word.
okay. Buyer. Buyer
Okay?
is someone who buy goods, but with uh, big value. Uh, uh, the second word is purchaser. Purchaser is someone who buy any goods or services. Um, the third one uh, uh, retailer. Retailer um, is the one is the oh mm, maybe I have some. The first one is seller. Sellers are who selling goods or services.
Len, I think it's better to tell me like this one. I will explain it to you. Again, the buyer, the seller, and you will tell me the four. It's four, right? The buyer, the seller, the blank are the ones who provide blank to the blank, to the blank, and to the blank. Did you get me? You
Mm-hmm.
don't need to say it to me one by one.
Okay.
Mm.
Uh, the sellers are the one that supply goods to the buyers and get back the money. Uh, uh, Purchaser is the one.
Okay,
Um,
I will help you with that, Lan. Okay. So
okay.
based on this, I will explain it to you. You can say with me like the seller, the retailers, the dealers, the vendor are providing goods and services to the buyers, customer, clients, consumers with exchange of money. Again, Lan, it's your turn.
Okay. Um, the buyers, the dealers, the
No, no, no. The buyers. No, it's not correct. Again.
sorry, sellers. Sorry,
Okay.
I have some mistake. The sellers, uh, the dealer, the retailers, and the vendors
Mm,
are those who supply food. Sorry, goods or services to
mm.
the buyers, the customers, the consumers, or clients, and with exchange of my money.
Exactly. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Again, this is like this one. The seller, the retailers, the vendors, and the dealers are supplying or providing goods and services to buyer, customer, clients, and consumer with exchange of money. Okay, Lan, is it clear?
Okay.
Yes, okay. So now practice. Complete the TV reporter commentary using the words from the box. Okay. So now, Lan, I want you to read it aloud, including your answer, and you are going to choose from the answer from the words in the box. Are you ready?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's hard to find a location for the sticky note.
It's okay. Okay, so the first one, can you please read aloud?
Okay. In China, all economic activity is to be controlled by the state. Uh, Prices were fixed by the government, not by buyers and sellers in the market. In the market uh, place. One is placed.
Okay, continue.
Okay, but in the last 20 years, there has been a series of market have
Mhm.
a lot of people been series of market uh, reform. The number two is reforms. Uh, but in the last 20 years, there has been a series of market reforms that have allowed people to go into business and start their own companies.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Market price are determined by what buyers are willing to pay rather than by state. Number
Mhm.
three. Okay. Uh, there are still state-owned companies that lose a lot of money. Until recently, they have been protected from market mhm, by market protected from market economy. Uh, but market force will eventually uh, mean that they close down.
Okay.
Market, oh, number five, but market pressures.
Number five.
Number five, market pressures. And number, okay, market pressure will eventually mean that they close down. Of course, the market, I think number four should be market force,
Market.
force, force,
Number four.
uh, force. Okay. And is economy. Of course, the market economy had its loss, had its losers. Those without work and victim of crime, which used to be very rare.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So are you ready to review your answer, Lan?
Yes, I'm
Okay, so
ready.
let's review your answer. The first one, okay? I will read it aloud, including your answer. In China, all economic activity used to be controlled by the state. Prices were fixed by the government, not by buyers and seller in the market. Your answer is place correct. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. But in the last 20 years, there has been a series of market, your answer is reforms, correct, that have allowed people to go into business and start their own companies. Okay. Market, your answer is prices. Your answer is price or
Prices.
prices. Yes,
Yes,
or
prices.
prices. It's correct. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Market prices are determined by by what buyer are willing to pay rather than by the state. There are still state-owned companies that lose a lot of money. Until recently, they have been protected from market. Your answer is forces, but the correct answer here is Pressures.
Pressure. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Pressures. Again, market pressures, but your answer is market pressure here, number five, but the correct answer here is market
Force.
forces.
Forces. Okay.
Okay. Okay, again, from market pressures, but market forces will eventually mean that they close down. Of course, the market economy has its loser, those without work, and the victim of crimes, which used to be very rare. Okay, that is correct. Okay, so it's 4 out of 6. You know that it's a very confusing land, but it's okay. Okay,
Okay.
so yes, it's a bit confusing. I'll send it to you first. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so this is the practice. We are going to rearrange letter to make words and match with the correct definition. Okay, you are
Okay.
going to tell me yes. Okay, you are going to tell me the first one. You are going to rearrange the letter first, and you are going to choose which letter is that. Okay?
Oh. Oh. Okay.
This
I'll
is
try.
very good.
Yes.
Yes, a bit confusing again, Lan. I know you can do it. The first one, what do you think is the first one?
Mm.
Natok. So what do you think is that? Natok. We are going to rearrange that.
Mm-hmm. So, good service. Oh. Uh, let's start with the number two. I think number
Okay.
two is seller. Oh, no, no,
Number
not
two is
no, no, not seller. Oh, seller. Exactly. Number two is seller.
okay.
And D, someone who sells goods or services.
Okay. Number three.
Uh, uh, oh, number one, I think is a client. Number one, client. And um, B, someone who buys the services of a private detective agency since as a group.
Okay.
Hmm,
Okay. Number three.
okay. I think number four is user. Number four, user. C, someone who is someone who uses a computer even if they have bought it themselves or by their company has.
Okay.
And
Number
number
three.
C, who sells hamburger to tourists outside the Tower of London. Uh, vendor, vendor. Uh, and let me think again. Okay, A. Yes, number three, A. Someone who sells hamburgers to tourists outside the Tower of London. Okay.
Okay, okay. So now it's our turn to review your answer, okay, Lan?
Okay.
Okay, so this is a 2 points for each one. Okay, the first one is client. That is correct. And your answer is B. It's someone who buys the services of a private detective agency seen as a group. That is also correct. And the number two, seller. Correct. And your answer also is D, someone who sells good or services. That is also correct, Lan. And the next one, number three, is vendor. Correct. And your answer is A. Someone who sells hamburgers to tourists outside the Tower of London. That is correct. And then number four, your answer is user. Correct. Your answer is C. Someone who uses computer even if they have bought it themselves but their company has. That is correct. Okay, so it's 8 out of 8. Okay, I'll send it to you again, Lan. Okay,
Okay.
it's a bit confusing, but you are able to answer it again.
Okay.
Okay, so here are your answers. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to review. Okay, we are now down to our business English line. We are going to review. Okay, in the market, we have the four types in the market, which is the forces, pressure, place, prices, and reforms. And also, don't forget this one, the buyer, the seller, retailers, dealers, vendor are supply or provide goods and services to the buyers, client, customers, consumers with the exchange of money. Okay, Lan?
Okay.
Okay, so in our next session, then, Lan, we will continue on general English. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, yes. Okay, so now we are now done to business English. So in our next session, we are going to talk, going to continue in general English. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. Okay, anyway, Lan, but before I ended this call, do you still have any questions?
No, not now.
Yes, but if you have any question or any suggestion, you are free to ask me here in Skype anytime. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll see you in our next session then. Thank you so much for attending the class, Lan. Good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.